Hi people, I'll try and do this as quick as possible to try and explain. Let's turn back a generation before me, my mother and my father. So when they were in separate churches, when they wanted to get married, start a life at the age of 20, 21, whatever. They basically went to my dad's church, and my dad's church said, sorry, we cannot marry you because he's from a different church. So they went to my mother's church and asked the pastor there, or asked the church, would you guys please marry us? And my mother's church turned around and said the same thing as my father's church. Sorry, he's from a different church, we cannot marry you. From that day forth, my father said he'll never put his feet in a church again. Yeah, sure, he's been in a couple of churches afterwards because of weddings and funerals and events. But on a weekly basis or as a member, he said he'll never join a church again because of that stuck-upness from church leadership. Now, to my generation, my brother was 10 years in a church. 10, 12 years. Paid his 10% his tithing every month for 10 years. And the day that him and his wife were unemployed, they didn't have any income, they needed food, the payments on the house needed to be made, went to the church and said, please help us. Church said, sorry, we can't help you. But yeah, we need to give 10%. We need to give 10%, but there's no help from the community. But we need to give 10%. We need to give 10% myself. Been in a church for 10, 15 years, I've felt the rejection. Shofar Christian Fellowship in Stellenbosch, South Africa. But yeah, it's feelings. I've let it go. Life carries on. I become homeless at one stage, but this is now in a different country, in the USA. So people that brings food to the homeless people, they invite me to church, and I start going to church, join the church, all great and well and swell. About after a couple of months, let's call it 6-7 months, by accident I get a job as an illegal immigrant. So I start earning money. When I get to the town where I used to be homeless, I stop by there, spend about $400 at a time, 2 times about, buying pizza and cold drinks, Monsters, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, all sorts, orange juice, like a whole bunch worth about I think about 8 or 10 pizzas so that the 15 or 20 homeless people in a encampment that the community started, so that everyone can have something to drink and eat. When I got to the encampment, people that's been with the church that I was, one of them said, "Raymond, this is not needed. They get more than enough." So I kind of ignored her statements because, I mean, I bought it, it's been given. Meaning, I do something for the community and the church dislikes it. But yeah, I do a video on Facebook stating I'm looking for someone that helped me out when I was homeless, that charged my charging devices so that I can charge my phone and other stuff as well. And I'm just seeking for this person. She's not at church, I don't see her at church. Apparently, me seeking out a person became a big issue. I got a threat from the one church member that told me this lady ain't with the church anymore. Her name is Katrina Angelina. Used to be, apparently she's not with the church anymore, but yeah, used to be with River of Life in Missoula, Montana. But yeah, threatened me by stating, "Don't mention my name. I'll hold you liable and I'll call the cops." And just for seeking a goddamn person that was kind-hearted towards me, charging my charges, getting me some white rice as an extra, not as the normal food that the church gives out. Doing odds and ends, and being her and her children did that. So it's not me seeking a marriage or a relationship. I mean, it's her and her children. She's got children, so she must have been married, divorced. She might have been still married. Who knows? I just wanted to communicate again with her and say, hey, thank you. But yeah, threat from a church member. So I do a couple of videos explaining certain stuff, and the pastor sends me a message on Facebook Messenger stating, "We got all the screenshots of you making a video while you driving, and we'll call the cops on you. We got all the evidence." Now, to quickly explain about evidence of making a video while driving. If you cannot make a video while driving, then you cannot hold your wife's hand while driving. You cannot say to your children, keep quiet while driving. It comes down to the same thing. I mean, the phone is here on the windshield. I press a recording button and I pull away and I drive. And to end the video, I just press it while driving. It's like switching the knob on the AC on the air vent, or flicking the lights on the dash or using an indicator. It's the same thing. So if you cannot record a video, then you may not use your hand to do an indicator. You may not do the air vent. You may not hold your wife's hand. If it's illegal to make a video, then it's illegal to communicate with your wife while driving. Comes down to the same goddamn thing. But yeah, threatened by the pastor, did a couple of emails, got a church, because I reacted on the threats. I mean, someone threatens me, I will react. Got chased away from church. So I'm not welcome at church. Then I got a call. Now, I did an email to the pastor stating, my entire family is a family of fighters. I'm the only one in the family that's weak. Now, because I've seen the pastor in the past with another homeless man grabbing him by the arm and saying, you better keep quiet. I said to him, because I'm weak. If you ever touch me in life, that's the day that I hope that God will pitch up, because I'm too weak to fight. I'm a weakling. I come from a disabled background. So after that email, I get a call from a sheriff stating, I've been trespassed from church property. So now I'm a goddamn criminal amongst Christians at a church. I went to other churches afterwards. While standing in praise and worship, I said, God, I don't belong here. With hidden tears in my eyes, being emotionally in my thoughts. God, I don't belong here. I'm not the same as these people. I got 3 Bibles here in the truck. So I didn't abandon God. Now, there's a narrative that people say, oh, many people are abandoning God. No. They are forced to stay away from church. I was trespassed. I've been treated as a goddamn criminal by Christians, by church members. I didn't abandon God. I'm still seeking God. Fuck the church leadership. If church leadership ain't compassionate towards people coming to their church, then I say, let the time of church be done for. We don't need churches. Thank you.